The meaning of life. Ifrit awoken. Clive has gained control of the Eikon Ifrit, allowing access to new iconic abilities such as Ignition, a fiery lunge that drives back enemies while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the Limit Break gauge. Slots for Ifrit's abilities are shared with those for the Phoenix, and can be confirmed via the abilities tab. They're shared? Do I want to get rid of either of my two Phoenix abilities? I don't think so. So, I guess we'll never use Ifrits. Limit Break gauge is located beneath the HP bar. Releases Inner Beast and semi-prime into Ifrit. Okay, that's what it's called when you only go halfway. It's called semi-priming. When it's full. But, as anyone who's played Final Fantasy knows, that Limit Break gauge is going to go up to 3 bars eventually. And we're going to be able to fully prime into Ifrit. Because Limit Breaks do not only have 2 bars. The gauge fills both by taking damage as well as successfully performing offensive and defensive maneuvers. Semi-priming temporarily grants increased attack potency and speed, and gradual HP regen and guard-breaking strikes. It's the good shit.
So, what next?
We return to Eastpool. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
Alright. We should arrange an introduction then.
Alright. Let's go check out this door, because it wasn't the exit to this place, it turns out. So let's go see if we can open it now that we know what's going on with that. And then return to Eastpool. Man, that was such a cool section, but I need to know what's going on with Joshua. Why is he, like, refusing to just go and talk to Clive and tell him what's up? He led us here for a purpose, but then he also didn't seem to understand, like...
Torgal, what is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager.
Oh, don't tell me the village has just been destroyed or something. Hang on, I need to check this first. No? I thought for sure we'd be able to get through that now. I don't want to pull this. God damn it. Well, that's why they made us spend so much time here, for fuck's sake.
What happened here?
You're fucking dead now.
Imperials!
Hang on, before we do this, I should actually look at the abilities, right? Boom. So what have we got? We've got the Limit Break. Which is a separate thing, so that is obviously worth upgrading. When the Limit Break gauge is filled to 3 prior... Yeah. What does it say for the upgrade? Oh, the upgrade adds a second Limit Break gauge. Do we only have 1 at the moment? I swear we have 2 at the moment. Am I blind? Upgrade adds the second, Mastery adds the third. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll do that. Will of the Wicks. Summon a storm of fireballs that circle about, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. No. Ignition, attack whilst charging. That looks pretty fucking cool. Inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back. That does look really cool. However, does it look cool enough that I want to take off Rising Flames? Definitely not. That thing is amazing. And Flames of Rebirth. That thing is also pretty amazing. You know? I don't think I do. Am I crazy? Am I crazy that it says adds a second Limit Break gauge? If we back out, do I not have 2? I literally have 2. I literally have 2 Limit Break gauges.
We've got a live one.
So is it actually taking me up to 3 and then 4?
What are you doing here?
Okay, question. Do I save to upgrade Flames of Rebirth? Do I upgrade Limit Break right now? Or do I upgrade Rising Flames right now? This is mastering it. Which I assume is the final upgrade. You upgrade it and then you master it and then you're good. So maybe I should do this now and then it's already at max and I can start saving for other stuff without thinking about maxing this. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, while in combat you can't.
Up to me!
Rude, honestly. Just fuck off.
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
0121 do one, mate. God damn it, that was the fucking
distance, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Stay down. You're finished.
Are we considered out of combat now? I feel like no. No. Even though they haven't spotted us, but still.
Thought you could escape us, did you, Branded? You were born a slave, and you'll die one!
Hi, mate.
All the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs. They were innocent people.
Surprise! I don't like it when you call my friends dogs, bitch. Man, you burned through that limit bar fast, huh? That just fucking... That went down super quick. It didn't even feel like it was doing that much more damage compared to normal, honestly. Like, I only killed one dude, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I only killed one dude with the limit break, which means it wasn't very powerful.
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy.
Put them all to the sword!
Don't let them get away. Lose.
Bitch. Can't get that in combat. Should have.
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. That's enough. Keep your distance, boy. It's over.
Oh, what's going on in there? Oh boy, hello.
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command!
Fucking mother.
My mother ordered this.
Clive,
I know. It can wait.
Oh, I thought I thought there was another fucking mage alive, but it was just Jill that I saw. That's funny.
This time.
Ow. You fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. God damn it, the second fucking one. Nice. I fucking kept forgetting he had a follow-up attack on that. Clap.
I'm sorry,
Oh
Lady
man. I don't know why I fucking had hope she'd escaped, but fuck me.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
We've gotta fucking kill her. We have to kill her. I will lose my mind if we do not kill her by the end of the game.
We're too late. Gav. Clive. Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do.
Well, we just did sort of get on with it.
But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Who the fuck is that?
Rats, lead me to your nest. Lord Cook has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Okay, it's one of Hugo's dudes. One of the Titan fuckers. Bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Back to the old hideaway. The home away from home. Although I guess there is no real home, so it's just the home. Righting wrongs.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Don't mind me.
Oh, man. I can't... And everyone, I'm like, yeah, we stand this person. I was like, we stand Clive's dad. And then he immediately died. And I was like, we stand Lady Hannah, or whatever the fuck her name was.
Curial greens.
And lo and behold,
Should I put an order in with
immediately
Lady
dead.
I can set a broken arm, soothe a cough, settle a stomach. But there is no remedy for what happened in Eastpool. My talents are worthless in the face of such cruelty.
Good chat. I'll see you at dinner.
We can keep running, or we can walk through this door.
I was never much one for long distance anyway.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
He did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms?
Whoa, there's a
For 13
concept.
years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
Fucking 3 dominants on the team? What could go wrong?
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital.
Oh, just that, yeah?
Pay a
Just...
visit to Mother.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Would love to pay her a visit. With the pointy end of my sword. Earlier. What a shot. Man, that is fucking gorgeous. Oriflamme. The Council of Elders Whiteworm Lair.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the Blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the Black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If
Nice
it is
necklace.
fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry.
But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The
He's
Lord
off
Prince
being
is
Bahamut,
currently
mate.
garrisoned at the Strait of Arthur. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
The Blight is like ever expanding, right? So I feel like they're being a bit dumb to be like, oh yeah, we'll just take new lands south. It's like, yeah, and then the Blight is going to go there too.
You mean to tell me that the mothercrystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing.
Huh. They're sucking up all the ether in the world into a few centralized points.
All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mine from the mothercrystals.
They're one and the same. Although, admittedly, this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mothercrystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
But, like...
We are taught that the mothercrystals are divine. Their ether, a gift from the
Like,
heavens.
it makes sense that that's what would be causing it, but also...
Centuries. Nations have
the Blight is
fallen for want of that gift.
The Blight is a relatively new thing, right?
True. How did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups. The gods themselves.
Has the Blight been happening for like...
something about the crystals.
Has it been starting since the mothercrystals appeared, or...?
We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
Hell yeah, dude.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
If everything we were taught about the mothercrystals was a lie, then what else might we have been deceived about?
I'll give you two a moment to sort out your kit.
Oh, very
What's
generous.
Oriflamme? I wouldn't want you keeping over on the way.
Yeah, so it's interesting because, like, I don't think we've heard anything about how long the Blight has been appearing for. And maybe it's just like that it reached a tipping point, like the land was soaked with so much ether that these mothercrystals were able to draw upon it for centuries without any, like, real negative occurrences. But now we've hit the tipping point where it's starting to run out. And maybe that's why the Blight might have started recently then.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
Clive, was it?
It was. Actually, let's see what we can buy and then see about upgrading it.
Forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
I'm a little bit worried about the fact that we know we have a Hugo spy on our tail, and he's probably followed us here, and he's probably told Hugo. And I'm a little bit worried that we're going to, like, go to Oriflamme and come back and everyone here is dead. I guess you have not upgraded your store, huh? Gradually fills the limit break gauge, huh? I don't know if that's worth.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing, and it ain't tires borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Okay. first. Can I upgrade anything?
Make it quick. What do you want?
We can upgrade Stormcry into Flame Tongue? Well, it's a good thing I didn't fucking sell that then. Wait, that's crafting. Yeah, that's what we want.
No scratches, alright?
So now can we reinforce Flame Tongue? No.
And?
What have I got? 1,600. Man, I'm actually getting fairly close to having this upgradable. Oh, temptation. Temptation, man. I want it. I really want it. But this is definitely, like, the better. Like, this had such a long cooldown. And it's good AoE, but terrible, like... It's not big damage on a single target. It's big damage across a lot of targets. And so this is going to be more useful for more things, I think. Mastered that shit. Got him. Okay, cool. Now we save up for this, I think. Honestly, this one's kind of crap. Wicked Wheel. I'm kind of not really using that much. I don't really want Rook's Gambit either, so I might save up for Aerial Blast and replace Wicked Wheel with that. Potentially. These replace the Phoenix ones, so I don't want those. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Anything new with this? Arcade mode. Replay any previously cleared stage and be awarded a score based on performance. Okay. And just straight up stage replay. And there's one more thing which is locked.
Take a seat, Clive. So you're really going through with it?
I really am,
She's
mate.
been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital
I
shortly.
believe him.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send her Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but
maybe a poor choice of words given recent events.
Who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Clive has
Don't go
no
blinding
idea.
her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Right. Hello? Alliant reports unlocked. The fuck is that? Aligned reports are now available for viewing by speaking to Gort at the Aligned report counter in the Hideaway's mess. These reports, compiled by the Curse Breakers, contain information on quests currently available across Valisthea. He's a fucking side quest vendor?
That's everything. Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well,
Goat?
at the Hideaway service, anyway.
Your fucking name is
Otto's
Goat?
put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Curse Breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Sure, let's have a look, shall we? Is it literally just, here's where side quests are? Find new quests, but travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint nearest the location. It literally is just a side quest vendor. It doesn't even say what it gives you. Like this one, okay, I guess it does. It says Gil. It doesn't say what, how many skill points you get from it. Do you only get skill points from combat, maybe? Or ability points, whatever the fuck they're called. Do you not get any from quests? Because if it's just Gil, then I could give a fuck. And why do 2 of these reward nothing? 4 of these reward nothing? Nah. Nah.
Think you can help?
I think I can't help, I'm afraid. I think they're gonna have to just fucking suck a dick.
Very well.
Good day. Or...
Hello. Anything new here? Oh, right. It's got a level system. I forgot. Update those fucking tomes, mate. Amateur analyst to ravenous reader to extant encyclopedia.
I believe you will find most interesting.
Hello. New entries. The Continental Accord. An international pact made at the dawn of the present era, in which such matters as the treatment of bearers and the establishment of a realm-wide currency were laid out. It formed the basis of much of Valisthean society as it stands today, including the branding of bearers and their status as non-persons. It also put into place a universal calendar, marking a symbolic fresh start for mankind, albeit one which put magic users at a crippling disadvantage. Let's have a look at the calendar, shall we? The dating system used throughout the Twins, which marks the years of the realm that have passed since the signing of the Continental Accord some 800 years ago. In the centuries since, nations have risen and fallen, and the concord between them has faltered, but the calendar persists. Why is the world called the Twins? Or, I guess, is it the world or is it the continent? Are there 2 big mountains somewhere that I've not seen? Is that why it's called the Twins? I don't know. The Battle of the Twin Realms was a conflict fought between Sambrique and Willode. Oh wait, no, this is wait, is this? No, this is a different thing. I was just having a fucking brain fart. This is in the year 865. Sambrique forces with the power of Bahamut took the Strait of Author back from Willode, putting an end to the blockade that had lasted several decades. The Waluders, looking to hold back the Sambrique advance by any means necessary, formed an alliance with the Dalmekian Republic, who themselves were waging war against the Iron Kingdom on the Western Front, and prevented the Empire from progressing any further. Okay. So that's the Twin Realms, but not the Twins. Oh, right, that's one of the ones that unlocked. Okay. The Founder. Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years following the sins of Zemikis. Not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens, the few who survived the fall took to wandering the land, spurning magic and staying to the shadows, and so they lived for decades. One man, however, grew tired of this life, if it could be called that, and after bidding his companions farewell, climbed a grassy knoll overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter in which he spent the night. The next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work, as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack had become a home. At first, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breaths for his hubris. But as his estate grew and one building became 2, and 2 3, the people began to slow their steps, and it was not long before some took to joining him on that knoll, gathering stones, building new lives, new destinies. This they did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught but their hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. And slowly house gave way to village, village to town, and town to nation. The man would one day die as all men do, but those who remained continued his legacy, expanded upon it, and though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on to this day in the hearts of all Rosarians. Legend of the Founder. Do we have anything called Sins of Zemachis? I don't think we do. I'd like to know what the fuck the Sins of Zemachis were. And then it says not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens. So someone called Zemachis sinned somehow, and that incurred the wrath of the heavens. Is that when... Well, I mean, it says those who survived the fall. So is that when the people, the race, the precursor race who lived in the sky, all their shit fell to the ground, I guess? Because that's why they're called the Fallen, right? Because they lived up in the skies and then all that shit fell. Like, something went wrong, all that shit fell to the earth. That's why there's ruins spread all out across the land, because it fell out from the sky. So someone sinned, and people are assuming maybe that had a direct correlation with that. I don't know if it necessarily did. I wonder how much we'll learn about that. Moss the Chronicler was a far-fabled scholar of Valisthean history and legend. Even to this day, much of the surviving knowledge of distant antiquity of the twins issues from his quill. In his later years, his writing attracted fierce criticism from certain scholarly circles, which resulted in him removing himself from public life. The Journal of Moss, the Annals of Moss the Chronicler, noted for not only for his singular insight, but for the lyricism of his writings, an exceptionalism that earned him the enmity of his fellow scholars and drove him from public life. Such were their misgivings towards him that only a handful of copies of the journal were ever produced, making the tome a prized find among collectors. Has this updated now that we know more? Yeah, basic information was what we had here. But then now we've got their tax on the land. Though the people of Valisthea rely on the crystal mined from these mountains in their everyday lives, and flock to the ether-rich lands around them in pursuit of their blessing, Sid posits that it is in fact the mothercrystals and their ability to draw ether from the earth that is the reason for the Deadlands' advance. The few who learn the truth are hunted down by those in positions of power, those whose power rests on their control of this crucial resource. Interesting. So I guess there is no god of the Blight then, if it is just the mothercrystals. Unless the mothercrystals are themselves alive somehow. But as far as we know, they're just big fucking crystals that absorb ether, I guess. And last but not least, Aegis. Dating back to antiquity, the term Egi, I don't know, has been historically used to describe those ethereal entities that have been conjured by dominance. Eggies? I guess we'll go Eggy. Eggies are capable of casting potent magics corresponding to the elemental alignment of their creators. Though unquestionably formidable, they will fade immediately should the dominant who gave them being happen to be slain. Right, these are the things that we fought that Garuda created. Charada, an ethereal conjuration summoned forth by Benedicto, and Clive encountered the dominant of wind near Lostwing. Despite their size, the creature's heavily feathered wings did not seem to hamper its movement, which was disconcertingly nimble. More so than speed, though, it was Charada's array of powerful magics that set it apart from lesser foes. And Supana, summoned in Caer Norvent alongside her twin, the pair worked in tandem to attempt to overwhelm Sid and Clive, wielding a panoply of potent magics and deadly aerial assaults. I like that word, panoply. I assume it means just like a lot of potent magics? I've never heard panoply before, but I am going to start using that, I think. That's a great word. Alright. Anything else?
You wish to study the tomes?
Anything else that I want to read? Anything new in Mysteries of the Land? That's probably the most interesting ones, right? The Crystal's Curse. Pay for channeling ether through their bodies. Gradual petrification of their flesh. Which is almost like... It's almost the same thing as the Deadlands, right? They're using up their magic. and in turn, they are becoming blighted themselves, I guess. Begins with a stiffness and ache in the extremities. As the curse progresses, limbs are rendered immobile and the pain unbearable. At last, the victim turns completely to stone and their body crumbles to dust. There is no cure. Fun times. Oh yeah, what does it say about the fact that he got this blessing? The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother upon his orientation as first shield. Ah, I see. Performing this rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors. Okay, that makes sense then. The Fallen. Ancient yet highly advanced civilization whose relics can be found all across the length and breadth. Yep. And then the new thing, Ruins Everlasting. Said to be the remains of airships that once soared through the skies, can be found across the length and breadth. Sid's Hideaway is but one of the many settlements that take a fallen ruin as its foundation, taking advantage of the sturdiness of the ceramics which are stronger than steel. They are not, however, immune to the passage of time, and so the Hideaway is in need of constant repairs. Okay, that wasn't anything too exciting. That's that. Semi-priming is the act upon calling on part of the power. Doesn't require nearly as much ether, takes less of a toll on the dominant's flesh. And then obviously there's full priming. Arete stone. Ancient mural. A wall painting found in the depths of the Apodytry under Phoenix Gate. Who created it and for what purpose is unknown, but the celestial being in the center suggests some connection to a long-lost religion. It's the final boss. It's gotta be, right? Right, we're going to attack and dethrone God at the end of this game, because that is what we do. Ultima's thralls? Hello, Ultima? Twisted, glowing blue creatures that awaited Clive and Jill deep within Phoenix Gate to try and prevent them from gaining the innermost... Prevent them from gaining access to, I assume that should say, the innermost recesses of the Apodytry. I'm sorry, Ultima's thralls? Where are you getting Ultima from? Ultima is like a really big deal, but I don't know where they've got that from. Do you think that that's a fuck up? Do you think this creature is called Ultima and we shouldn't know that? I say. Doop. Okay, there we go. That'll do.
Shall ever be known.
That'll do for the 1,000 tomes for today, I think. We will check back on those every once in a while, I guess. Because, like, I am super interested in the lore, but also I know people won't want to see me read for fucking ages, so... Occasionally, we will check back in. Alright.
It could be.
I think that is where we will leave it for today. When we return, it is going to be time to head off to the fucking capital. Bahamut's capital, which probably means... Well, actually, I was going to say it probably means we're going to fight Bahamut, but Bahamut's not home. But he's also Bahamut, so he could probably just fly home if needs be. But he also probably won't even know what's happening back home. So, probably no Bahamut fight yet, but I mean, we've got to eventually, right? And maybe he will just turn up, I guess. We'll see, we'll see. Either way, very much looking forward to it. This has been fantastic. Hope you're enjoying. If you are, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I will see you next time for more Final Fantasy XVI. Thanks for watching. See you then.